I need a motion to appoint someone to run this meeting.
I appoint Magistrate Putman.
Okay. Magistrate Starks,
Aye.
Magistrate Barry,
Aye.
Magistrate. The ayes have it.
Like it or not.
Okay.
I lost track of time. Actually, I was running a little late even getting here, so I apologize. We're still right on the money. Well, let me just welcome everyone to the February 24th Henderson County Fiscal Court, those that's here in live and those that's streaming. We're also very fortunate to have the Reverend Eric Hoy with us today for our invocation, so if you would, please stand.
Let us pray. Gracious and loving God, we pause in your presence, thankful for the blessings of this community and the privilege of serving our neighbors. God, I pray that you grant the leaders before me three things: that you would grant them hearts guided by compassion, minds shaped by your wisdom, and hands ready to do good. So let every decision made here today reflect justice, mercy, and care for all. In Christ's holy name we pray. Amen.
Amen. If you would, continue to stand as we do the Pledge of Allegiance. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Madam Clerk, could you please call the roll?
Sure. Magistrate Starks,
Here.
Magistrate Barry,
Here.
Magistrate Southard is absent, Magistrate Tompkins.
Yes, ma'am.
And
Magistrate Putman's here. I assume everybody had a chance to look over the minutes from last month's meeting.
Yes, sir.
If I could get a motion to accept.
Motion to accept the minutes, sir.
Got a motion and a second. Any discussion? Any changes, clarifications? Hearing none, all in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Well, and now is the high point, I guess, of the day. We got Amari
Amari.
Bly from South Heights. She's a fifth grader, and she's our judge's scholar. So, Amari, if you would, just meet me down front, because we're going to read a proclamation in your honor.
Okay. Whereas Amari Blythe has been chosen by South Heights Elementary School to be the recipient of the Judge's Scholar Award for exceptional efforts in both academics and school activities. And whereas Amari's hard work and dedication in making the most of educational experiences and developing positive relationships with teachers and other students will lead to future success. And whereas success is measured in many different ways, whether it be passing a test, scoring the winning point, achieving a particular goal, or taking the necessary steps for overall improvement. And whereas the Henderson County school system could not let Amari's efforts go unnoticed, and whereas Henderson County Fiscal Court supports the school system and acknowledges these accomplishments as being significant because students such as Amari will be our future leaders. And now, therefore, I, Brad Schneider, County Judge Executive of Henderson, join with the Henderson County Fiscal Court to proclaim February 24th, 2026 as Amari Blythe Day.
Roger, y'all want to come up?
I got tissue bombs.
Oh, we don't have any up here. We used to. Whatever, no.
Everybody get in?
Get me out of here.
How about, y'all want something? Yes.
I wanted to scoot him up, but I was like, I'm not gonna get real close, because I know there's so many dragons.
Yeah, he's okay. I'm okay with it.
I'm sure you are.
This is Mr. Cole. He'll be doing this play-by-play.
All right.
All right, moving right along. First thing on our agenda, I guess, will be the Henderson County Water District Report. Mark Julian, you're going to just give us an update?
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning,
Morning.
Mark.
This should be short and sweet this morning. Weather has kind of kept a little bit of the things we wanted to accomplish last month down. We had a lot of snow cover that kind of slowed us down.
Never would have thought.
Water loss, we had our best month yet. Since we've had the support of the fiscal court, we were down to 8%. Again, that's just the difference between what we're buying and what we're selling that we can't account for through leaks. We're really making great progress here. Our contractor and internal staff, we're doing 144 hours of leak detection. That's where we're out sounding the system each month to help find leaks, and then we're putting them through a pipeline, if you will, to get those fixed quickly. Meter changeout started in Reed, and then they're working their way west towards town. They'll be in Spotsville probably next week, weather permitting. They're going to replace those 1,100 customer meters, and then we've ordered the other 900. The other 903 are going to be 60 East right there at Tillman Bethel, Pleasant View subdivision, and then we'll be working a small area just south of the 425 bypass on 41 South. And that'd be about a third of the meters in the system. We've got those zone meters on order. Those will help us track where water's going in the system. Hydrant flushing is continuing, and those inspections at a rate of about 10 to 11 per working day. And then we've almost got 100% of those done. And then the other purchase meters that measure what we're buying from the city is on order. You can't really see the text here, so I'll skip that slide. What you see on this slide is just, I'll just briefly tell you, we bought 44.3 million gallons from the city of Henderson's water utility, HWU, and then we sold a little bit over 40 million gallons to our customers. So water loss is extremely low. On the left side of the screen, you just see the leaks that were repaired last month, and then the total gallons attributed to those leaks. Staff and equipment, we're continuing to train our staff on leak detection and then the mapping updates. We're working on various reporting methods to make easier workflow for our staff, and then compliance reporting. We got 12 leaks fixed last month, and we're continuing to find and repair leaks with the assistance of our contractor. This slide is just showing our progress on inspecting all the hydrants in the county. We've got 92% of them done out of the 534 we have. We've also added 557 water valves that are in the system to our map. Over 1,200 water meters have been GPSed, and then 446 water mains have been located and logged in the mapping system. So that's almost 2,500 total features. So we're making progress each month, even beyond what we came in and reported last month. This is just our dashboard where we kind of keep track of everything. It just shows that 92% of the hydrants are in blue. The red ones we're having issues with, and we're going to get those repaired. And that just shows that from June, how much mapping progress we've done between the valves, meters, hydrants, and the water main locates of the system. The bar graph along the bottom just shows the daily progress that we're making. I'm really pleased to report, positive things that we've been able to do with the partnership of the fiscal court. This is just what those new meters look like. I just thought I would show you all. Like I said, we've got another 903 meters that we've ordered. That'll bring us to about a third of the total 6,500 in the system, and that's what they'll look like. Customers won't really see those, but if they open up that meter box lid, that's what they're going to see if they're one of the customers that have gotten them replaced. I told you the areas, and these are just the goals that we talked about last month. Really pleased with everything that we've been able to do with your help, and if you don't have any questions, none?
Nope, good job, Mark. We really appreciate it. I know this has been a massive undertaking, and it's gone a long way into getting us on the right road. So kudos to you and your team. We really appreciate you guys.
Thank you. We couldn't do it without the team effort.
Yes, sir.
Mark, just briefly, these new meters do a lot of good things, don't they? To make sure that people are paying for what they're using.
Correct.
And again, helps us to make sure if there is a leak, we know which side it's on, all that. I saw somebody asked the question about, are these the same kind of meters that the city had problems with? You know, they had a billing issue. And I think that was more software than it was hardware, but kind of tell us how these differ if they do and what you're doing to make sure they're going to be read the way they're supposed to be.
Absolutely. So these meters are ultrasonic, and what that means in layman's terms, it has no moving parts. The older style meters, they had like a little magnet that spins around, and whenever that magnet, makes the revolution, that basically is a gallon of water. How it differs from the cities is the cities has a different brand of meter, and I do believe, without knowing all the details, there was a software issue. Everything is either read in cubic feet or gallons, and I believe the city reads their meters, their Itron meters, with gallons. We read ours in gallons, so that's your unit of measure of volume. But the way that they're going to differ is there's like a billing multiplier. So if you have a 1-to-1, that's 1.0, 1 gallon. I believe that with the city there was an issue, and I know that when things like that happen, fingers have to be pointed, it's just inevitable. But I believe that it was because that multiplier didn't get put in correctly. Mistakes happen, but I know that all water utilities and all city and county government, we try to minimize those because we don't want the public or our customers having to deal with that. But yeah, I believe that's what it was. So if a family used about 3,000 gallons of water in a month, they only got a bill for 300. So after a few months of backlog, I believe that's what caused that. But we shouldn't see that with our meters. We're not really changing anything with the software. All we're doing is we're replacing those meters. They should measure low flow really accurately. So as consumers and customers try to have like low flush toilets and low flow shower heads and things like that to save water, so they save money, where the older style meters, the older they got, they were less accurate, especially during those low flow conditions, where these meters will be very accurate. And we've talked about this before, but in the future, looking forward, 2 years out or more, we're putting funding together packages right now to apply for funding to get the funds to be able to replace the other 2/3 of the meters with the same type. And they'll be cellular, so we still will have crews that go out and actually have to work in the meter box, but most of the time that data is just going to come in automatically, a few times a day at set times. And then looking forward, the district has plans. Of course, I would have to go through my board to get permission to spend that amount of capital, but there is probably a little bit above a $10,000 price tag that will now allow us to do a My 360. Once the board allows me to do that, that's my intention. Once we spend that money with Neptune, the meter supplier, that will allow us to offer our customers a way to see their usage. Where right now you have to have somebody go out there and do a radio read. They have to do a drive-by or out there with one of our piece of equipment and get that, and then the customer right now has to call the office. Looking forward in the future, if we get that software set up and going, then customers will be able to see it on their smartphone.
Hey, Mark, that made me think of something. So, of course, I was fortunate enough to have a couple of $2,000 water bills, but in looking at my meter is significantly different than what it would be. Is that something maybe next time you come up, if you could get maybe have a little couple of diagrams of how a customer would go out and check that new meter?
Yes.
Versus the old meter, because, when they can get expensive real quick when you don't know
Yes, I can. I will bring that, the next report that we
Perfect.
have in March.
I just thought that might be handy because these are recorded and people can go back and look if they want to kind of see how to check their own meter.
Absolutely.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mark. Appreciate it. Next, we do have Mr. Director Brian Bishop with us from the Planning Commission on the consultant request. Morning, Brian.
Morning, folks. Once again, I am here asking for money, and I get to follow someone who's doing a much more fun, cool project. Last week it was Missy, or last time it's Missy now, Mark is saving the day with county water. So as you know, the Plan Commission has been tasked with seeking out consultants for the wind energy study that we're currently going through so we can ultimately have an ordinance. I've provided with 5 different quotes that we've obtained so far. That ranges from engineering to acoustic studies to property value studies as well. As you can see, this is very expensive. Some of the quotes are as high as 60, some of the quotes is as low as 80. So with that being said, we do not have all the answers yet, but projecting forward what we have obtained so far, the Plan Commission would like to request $80,000 to hire the consultants, some of which you have before you. There will be some other consultants coming that we have not even looked at yet. So for example, when you go through our plan to study everything associated with the wind energy systems, we'll get to the part about health. We currently have not even reached that level of obtaining consultants yet. So as we're projecting, I think we should be able to get the job done for roughly $80,000.
I'll make the motion to approve.
Heard the motion. We got a first and a second. Any more discussion? Madam Clerk, call the roll
Sure.
on this one.
Magistrate Starks.
Aye.
Magistrate Barry.
Aye.
Magistrate Southard is absent. Magistrate Tompkins.
Aye.
And Magistrate Putman.
Aye. Thank you, Brian. We do have a resolution for surplus property from the clerk's office. We'll read the resolution first.
You want the whole resolution?
It's pretty short, I
Okay,
guess.
all right. A resolution declaring certain county property to be surplus and providing for the disposition thereof. Whereas the Henderson County Clerk is the owner of certain personal property that is no longer of use to any Henderson County departments. Whereas pursuant to KRS 67.0802, the fiscal court finds that it is in the best interest of the county to deem the property as surplus and provide for the disposition thereof. Whereas the Henderson County Fiscal Court wishes to offer the said personal property to be sold by public auction in accordance with the law, transferred to another eligible agency, or disposed as scrap at the discretion of the Henderson County Judge Executive. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the Fiscal Court, County of Henderson, Kentucky, as follows. Pursuant to KRS 67.0802, the personal property on the lists attached hereto and incorporated herein is hereby declared to be surplus. It shall be sold at a duly advertised public or online auction pursuant to all applicable laws at such time and place and in such manner as shall be arranged by the county judge executive, transferred to another eligible agency, or disposed of as scrap. The county judge executive or his designee is hereby authorized to make said arrangements.
Any questions? All in favor, aye.
Well,
Aye.
I make a motion.
Yeah, we need a motion.
Yeah, motion.
Got a motion. Bill Starks.
Second.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it. Thank you. Nick, you got some personnel? You're wanting to hire?
Yes, it's been maybe 3, 4, 5 months ago that we had a couple of our employees, long tenure at the county road / parks recycle department. They wanted to make the move up to get their CDLs, and we had our first successful candidate. They passed their CDLs last week, and so her position became open in recycling. So we had interviews last week, and we wanted to see if we can hire. His name's Gavin Allen. His starting salary would be $18.77 an hour for our recycle department to fill that vacancy that was made when our employee, when she moved up and got her CDL.
Any questions?
Nope.
Can I get a motion to approve?
So moved.
Got it, and a second?
Who seconded that? Okay, thank you.
Any questions?
Thanks,
All
Nick.
in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Thank you, Nick. We have Miss Lori Miller with us today from the Humane Society. Morning, Lori.
Adventures in sheltering. So thanks for having me.
You're welcome.
So I would just like to preface all the numbers with, we recently put a call out to the public. We are now offering low-cost spay and neuters for community cats. The morning after we advertised that on Facebook, we came into about 30 applications. So from the public and their community cats, which are technically either feral or not necessarily owned by someone, but outdoors. So hopefully putting a dent in that stray cat population. Anyway, just wanted to brag on that real quick. So Animal Control had 88 calls for service last month. I believe the breakdown is in the email that I sent. We're using a new program, so I'm still kind of figuring that out, but those numbers are attached to reports. Our number of animals entering the shelter last month, or this does not seem right, but 82. I'm sorry, that was the number that we had in the shelter last month. We have 24 in foster care, 30 were adopted, 12 were reclaimed by their owners, which that's a good number, and 4 were transferred to other facilities, and unfortunately 2 were euthanized due to health. So our total number, as of whenever I sent this report last week, now that could have changed over the weekend, we had 62 dogs and 16 cats. So last month's weather kind of put a dent also in our spay-neuter transports. Unfortunately, we had to cancel one of those. The following week, we had to get a new battery for our van. So we unfortunately only transported and fixed 7 dogs and 5 cats last month. But we are making up for that. We've already done 2 transports within the last week to fix animals, so we're catching up. And that's all I have.
How's the adoption going?
Well, so last month, with the nasty weather, that kind of hurt us. But we have a couple of events coming up. We're having a big one at the shelter in a few months we're hoping will help. But in the winter, I feel like adoptions take
Slows
a dip,
down.
unfortunately. Just,
I get to watching your Facebook page sometimes. I see some of the pups you have on there and
Yeah.
stuff. I say it's kind of heartbreaking in a way.
It's an oversaturated market, is what I always joke. We have so many amazing pets that I just cannot even pay people to adopt because there's just so many of them. So that's why, we're thankful for things like partnering shelters where we can, transport some of our really adoptable pets. But it's just, they just keep coming in until people fix their pets and just opt for adoption instead of buying pets. It's going to continue to be this way, unfortunately.
Well, yeah, and I would encourage everybody that's listening or watching to
Yes.
go visit.
Yes, please.
And you'll probably, if you're looking for a good dog
Oh, and
or a family member, is what I call them.
a best friend.
I got
yeah.
a rescue that I'm be 3 years old, and she's coming around.
It takes time. We have project dogs, and it's so worth the investment in the time. It's very rewarding, and thank you for adopting also.
Yeah. Any questions for Ms. Miller?
Well, I, for one, like the format of your information that you sent out. I think you do a good job. It's easy to go through and understand where the money's going, so good job. I like that.
Thank you. Yeah. All right. Thank you
I
all.
commend you what you're doing with the spay-neuter program. And how far do you have to take some of these animals?
Butler County, which is
Outside of
quite a
Louisville.
hoof. Yeah, it's about an hour or so there and back. But again, it's
I'm thinking Butler is down by Bowling Green.
yeah, it's still quite a drive, but it's worth it, especially once we start seeing those numbers come back and the impact that we're making in the community.
Do you need volunteers to help with that?
Absolutely, yes. Right now, my office manager, she goes every week, sometimes twice a week. We are actually looking for volunteers to do that transport, which it's a lot of fun.
Well, I'll have to talk to my rescue cat, Smokey, and Waffles to make sure it's okay with their...
Oh, surely they'll understand. Yes, please get in touch with
I have to
me.
get their permission to leave the house. you know.
Of course, yes,
But,
understood.
No, I think that's great, and keep up the great work.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Lori.
Laura.
Have a good one.
I need to back up a little bit to the Planning Commission consultant request that Mr. Bishop made. I need a motion to approve the funds to come out of the contingency line item for that payment.
I'll make the motion for the funds to come out of the contingency line item.
We got a motion and a second.
Sir.
Any discussion? Anything else, Brian?
No, sir. Just want to make sure you guys don't need anything from us.
Keep it up. Thanks.
Thanks.
So, need a roll call?
So now we got a roll call.
Oh, yeah,
again.
we'll roll call this
All
one.
right. Magistrate Starks?
Aye.
Magistrate Barry?
Aye.
Magistrate Southard is absent. Magistrate Tompkins?
Aye.
And Magistrate Putman?
Aye. Thank you. All right. The sheriff's 2022 unmined coal tax settlement. Was there any questions? Anybody have any questions for Sheriff?
And you did read that right. It is 2022.
Well, that's the only thing I was curious about.
Yes,
It's lagging.
very much so. And now, again, we have no control. That comes from the state.
Right.
State sends out the bills, and so, yeah, we
right.
just collect. So, and we balanced, and that's the most important thing.
Agreed. Nope. That's
Anything
the only
else?
question I had.
I get a motion to accept.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Any more discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Sheriff.
Thanks.
Do we need an individual vote, though,
We don't have to.
on that one?
Not on that one. County Clerk reports, Ms. Vernice Abner.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Today I have January's excess fees in the amount of $65,743.58, with the total remitted to the county of $103,098.79. This is $18,000 more than January of 2025. So, anybody have any questions or?
Can I get a motion to accept?
County Clerk's report.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Any more discussion on it, questions? Hearing none, all in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Renisa.
Thank you.
Next, be Brenda Ryder, our treasurer. She'll have some fund transfers.
She the next.
Oh,
Got an important guy right here.
oh, yeah.
They always forget about me. They always forget about me.
You know, Mr. Gold has always got a check for us.
Sir, I've got seven.
I overlooked that.
All good, sir. I've got 7 checks. Flow through from the city, $458.33. Health insurance, $22,105.27. The Deaconess Clinic at Work cost $378.99. Dental Life and Vision, $795.50 and $11.10. Aflac, $322.69, and interest in the amount of $72.19, bringing today's total to $24,144.07, and the fiscal year total to date to $193,871.55. And Amara says she's not handled $24,000 before, so I'm going to ask her to take that and then hand that to Magistrate Putman, please. And I always say it's just like being an adult. You get it in one hand and you end up having to give it to the government in a few minutes anyway. So.
Can I get a motion to accept?
So moved.
Is there a second? Any discussion on it? Hearing none, all in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Now, Ms. Ryder.
The transfers are as presented, and these are redistributing appropriations within the existing budget. All of these transfers are to correct budget underestimations, which is part of the budgeting process.
Motion to approve the transfers.
We have a motion to approve the transfers. Is
Second.
there a second? Any questions? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Thank you, Brenda.
You have received your bank balances after paying claims today, and your day-to-day appropriations should be at approximately 66%. I do have additional claims. From the general fund to Magistrate Tompkins, $5,445.28. This is for the 2026 training incentive and is to be paid with the February 26, 2026 payroll and is to come from the Magistrate's training incentive appropriation line. To Dell Technologies, $589.05. This is for extending equipment warranty and is to come from the IT services appropriation line. To TKE Elevator Corporation, $3,598.13. This is an annual elevator maintenance for the courthouse and is to come from Renewals Repairs Courthouse. To Scott Hilliard, $1,290.44. This is for a 2025 payroll tax refund and is to come from the refunds appropriation line. To Jason Brown, $1,145.88. This is for a 2025 payroll tax refund and is to come from the refunds appropriation line. Both of those last two were employees for UPS, which their delivery routes are outside of Henderson, but their company took it out of Henderson County, and we reimbursed that back. Also from the general fund, Planning Commission, $80,000. This is for the consultant services as approved earlier and is to come from the Planning Commission appropriation line, and this will be after the transfer from the general fund appropriations. From the general fund to Republic Services, $810.74. This is for monthly service and is to come from contracted services other appropriation line.
Is that all the claims?
That's it.
You heard them. Any questions? Got a motion to accept. Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Thank you,
Thank you.
Brenda. I'm not aware of any old business. So, 5 after 10. That's all right. You can applaud. I guess we'll go to the good of the counties. Is there anybody in the audience would like to speak for the good of the county? All right. Moving to the bench up here. Let's start with Mr. Starks.
Well, thank
Mr.
you.
Starks.
Squire Pudman, thank you so much. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for being here, and just great to have such a wonderful young lady here in our midst, being recognized as our Judges Scholar, and just congratulations. This is your special day. Enjoy every minute of it. I think, is Master DeBerry going to take you out to have a little lunch here in a little bit?
I'm lunch guy today.
Oh, you're the lunch guy.
Yeah, I'm
Oh, well,
lunch
that
guy.
makes sense,
Yeah.
because that's in your backyard. Have two desserts, is what I always say. And if you want to have dessert first, that's okay. But congratulations. You can tell you're very special, and you've got a lot of things ahead of you, and just keep on that path that you're going on. You're going to be just fine. Nothing really much to talk about today. I think the county attorney's going to say a little bit about the Boys and Girls Club, so I'll leave that to him. I'm just going to mention the Henderson Area Arts Alliance does have a garden gala this weekend. It's Sunday, March 1st, out at Farmer and Frenchman, and tickets still available. They're half and half. $100 goes to the meal, and then the other half of the $100 ticket price goes to the Arts Alliance as a fundraiser. And I'd say those tickets are going fast. So if you haven't yet picked yours up, that will begin at 12:30 in the afternoon, and the event itself will go from 1 to 3. I think there's some other fun things that'll be happening during that event. Plant the seed and watch the magic of the arts grow is what it's all about. And other than that, it looks like even though the Canadian geese are nesting in my backyard, winter is finally starting to break. I think spring is right around the corner. Can't come soon enough for me, and I'm sure everybody else. And with that, have a great day. Thanks.
Thank you. Magistrate Perry.
Thank you, Magistrate Putman. I don't have a lot either. I want to congratulate Amari. We're glad to have you. We're glad to have the parents. It's always nice for the students to come up. Are you bored yet? Oh, really? So where are you going for lunch? Talkaholics. There we go. That's good. We'll eat plenty. It's your day. And again, we're glad to have you. You're going to do well. I think it's all good in District 1 right now. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Gold.
Thank you, sir. I want to congratulate Amari. She's a wonderful young lady. She's been super engaged up here. We've been talking about all the stuff going on. You're lucky. We've had some of these meetings go 3, 4, 5 hours sometimes. So this one, for the stool with no back and no cushion that you have to sit on, you're in much better shape than the young people who've had to sit there for hours. But congratulations. She's clearly a special young lady. I will tell you the one thing that I say to a lot of young people is people will often tell you that you are the future of Henderson and the future of our country, the future of our world. But you can be the today of our world. Don't wait for somebody to say it's time for you to step up and do great things. You can start doing it now, and you're clearly doing that in your school, or you wouldn't have been given this award. So keep doing that. Keep doing the great things. I want to thank the several folks were here in the room. We're here at the Lions Club auction this past week. I know Ashley Hampton was, and our coroner Sheila Patterson was there. We've had several folks. There was a good time. It seems like it's auction season because I'm going to talk about another one that is coming up. It's the St. Patrick's Day fundraiser for the Boys and Girls Club of Henderson. It's on Monday, March 16th at 5:30 p.m. It is a little more low-key than the Lions Club auction. It's their first annual. It's going to be at Homer's, so there's going to be some good food had there. It's going to be a St. Patrick's Day theme, and there's going to be a lot of fun little games going on. Tickets are only $30. You can go online to get those or see me, and I'll get you taken care of. The Boys and Girls Club has students from every school in Henderson County represented there. There's well over 200 members, and it is one of those things that if we can keep kids busy in that time period between when school ends and 6 p.m., they're much more likely to get good grades, to graduate, to stay out of trouble. All kinds of things happen. There's great mentorship that happens there. It's not just an after-school program. There's mentorship, job training, all kinds of things for kids any school age, from first grade to seniors in high school. So that's an organization near and dear to my heart, and I would encourage everybody to support it. And if you're interested in what's going on there, see me, and we can arrange a tour. It's really fun to go and see all the kids running around and doing stuff there. Other than that, things are great in the county attorney's office.
Thank you, Mr. Gold. Magistrate Tompkins.
Well, Miss Blythe, I'm going to tell you congratulations. I was never good enough to get a day named after me, so I'd probably get some mileage out of that at home maybe. I don't know. But I know you guys are proud of her. We're proud of her. And I'd like to echo Steve's comments. You know, County Attorney Gold said some really good things that I hope you listen to, because we need young people's perspectives on things, because at the end of the day, we're moving out, you guys are moving in. So it's important for you to engage now, because it's going to be your future, right? Clearly you understand what hard work's about and doing the right things for the right reasons. So just remember that. It's going to keep being tough, but keep doing it because it rewards you, right? We're very proud of you. All good and two.
Thank you, Magistrate Compton's. But we spoke earlier when I was running late. I took time to kind of talk to Amari and her family. And I think it was I knew the guy on the far left up there. Roger and I worked together for years. You know, I kept thinking, who is that guy? And he said, you don't remember me, do you? I said, I know the face, but how could you forget it? Yeah. But I know the family. You come from good stock. You know, I know you guys are terribly proud of her. You know, and we were talking about, I used to go to South Heights and read to the 5th grade class, and my favorite book was the one with Dr. Seuss. It's Dr. Seuss, Read Across America. And the name of the book was All the Places We Will Go. It's kind of a transitional book. I'm kind of disappointed that maybe I need to get in touch with somebody and get to come back over there reading that book to the 5th grade class. But it says a lot. It's a great book. But anyway, we're proud. We'll get to talk at lunch, and we're going to Talkaholics. And she'll say, God, I wish this guy would shut up. Yeah. But anyway, congratulations. Congratulations to your family. We're all going, I assume? All right. I guess, let me see, all is good in the 4th District. Anything else?
We wish the judge safe travels back from, where's
D.C. He's in, Judge Schneider's in D.C.
I was just going to say, our thoughts with the Southern family too at this time.
As you can see, it's 10 after the hour, 10 o'clock. I guess I'd like to have a motion to adjourn.
So move.
Second.
We have a motion. Everybody else can go, leave. And take notice. We